I'm Bradley Morrison and I'm an apprentice for Beatfreeks. I'm currently the creative media apprentice, so my job entails graphic design and YouTube management. I went to school and I did really well. Then I went to college, didn't do so well. And I realised that education that way wasn't for me. So I kind of worked for a bit and then I thought, I still want to do more. I can't think of exactly what I want to do, but I want to try and do digital marketing. And the only way that I knew how to do that was through apprenticeships. And I saw a lot of things through Creative Alliance to do with apprenticeships in digital marketing. So I went for a position and it kind of went from there. So I got a call off Creative Alliance and they were really friendly and they called me saying that Beatfreeks really liked me, but they weren't sure that I was perfect for the role. So I went for another meeting with them and I did a week of work experience and I really pushed for an apprenticeship with Beatfreeks and they called the next day saying that I could do one, which was so wicked. And they kind of tailored it around me because I love to do graphic design, love YouTube, and they saw my strengths, they saw what they needed for Beatfreeks and they put the two together and they created me. Doing an apprenticeship involves a lot of hard work. Some people might be surprised to know that a lot of organisations treat their apprentices the same way that they treat everyone else, all of their other staff. Beatfreeks has really just treated me like a normal employee rather than a young person or a young apprentice, which has been great because it's kind of built my confidence to know that they trust me as well as everyone else. It also involves a lot of hard work in the educational side because you have to go through like a kind of pathway. Mine was in interactive media and it taught me about websites and content management, which went hand in hand with my website management and YouTube management. So that worked really well. When I started being an apprentice, I wasn't quite sure of what I could do. I knew that I could do graphic design, but it wasn't to a high level. So mainly my role was YouTube management, which was kind of involving creating thumbnails for videos and doing social media marketing for videos, and then on the side doing a little bit of graphic design. But now it's kind of grown into doing a lot of graphic design because I've got a lot of mentoring and I've grown with my skills. I do 1 day a week on each portfolio just to check what I need to kind of complete, and everything else is kind of work-based, which I think a lot of apprentices will realise that it is a lot of work rather than just doing little tasks. I think that Creative Alliance help that because it's all about creativity. I think they realise that young people can shape their future rather than letting other people shape it for them. With school, you have to do 5 days a week and you're learning courses over and over again throughout 5 years. And in college, you have to choose a shorter amount of courses, like 4, but you don't know if that's what you want to do in the future. Like I chose English language, which I loved, but it wasn't going to benefit me in the future with a future job role or anything. With an apprenticeship, you seek out what you want to do and you learn about and you get the skills that you need to fulfill your future employment. I've always loved to do graphic design and I've loved YouTube. So I wanted a career rather than just a job that would pay bills and pay what I wanted. So I decided to go for an apprenticeship within the creative sector because I couldn't find any other way around it. I wanted it to push me really hard and I wanted it to kind of cement my future. I wanted to really find what I wanted to do. I know that my idea was digital marketing, but I wasn't sure that that would be my future. So I wanted it to make me realise what I wanted to do in the future. The advice that I would give to young people about apprenticeships is that they need to work hard because what they're doing is an actual job role and they need to be professional. And also you've got to carry on doing your apprenticeship work. Make sure you start early rather than leaving it till late so you can get it out of the way with. You've learned what you need to learn and you can apply that to your job role and see where that goes in the future. If you're going to stay with the organisation, then you've got more time to kind of plan out how you're going to stay there. The biggest influences in my life so far have been my mum. She's taught me to work hard, be nice. She's kind of given me a real grasp on how to work, how to be professional, and how to always be working when you're young, because when you're older, you might not get the chances. And also an artist called Conchita Wurst, who's a music artist. She's quite creative, and she's kind of taught the world to be peaceful and love everyone, and taught the world about equality, which is what I'm really passionate about. I heard about Creative Alliance through the Creative Alliance website, which was through the Apprenticeships national website. I applied for a role with Beatfreeks. I learnt more about them, learnt about Creative Alliance, and when I went for my first induction with them, they were really lovely. I would recommend them because they're a creative platform for young people to find apprenticeships. And also, it's not like other colleges that offer apprenticeships. You're not in a class every week. You're doing your work, and your apprenticeship is also in your work time. So I think that works better, especially for me, rather than going to a class every week and just learning. My ambitions for the future are to even push myself more, to grow more with graphic design, even push myself out of graphic design, go into like fashion design. That would be wicked, but kind of pushing myself to do more in the design kind of area. It's been great doing an apprenticeship for a year. I'm on 10 months, so I've got 2 months left, and I'm excited to see what the future holds, whether that's sticking up with Beatfreeks or doing freelance work for them. I'm excited to just see my future because now I know what I can do, rather than being young and not knowing what I want to do. And I think that if more young people knew about apprenticeships, that they would be in the same position that I am.